Hi class, today I will be discussing the effects of drinking and driving. Now obviously we all know that drinking and driving has become a huge problem in the United States over the past few years. It has caused a lot of damage to our society, to our economy, and most importantly to our families around America. One of the least important effects of drinking and driving is the risk of wrecking your car. Obviously, having a car is something that has become necessary for society because you have to be able to drive to work, pick up your kids, get to school and back, whatever it is, you have to have a car to get there. And it's really not fun having to rely on someone else because you totaled your car in a drunk driving accident. So, wrecking your car is definitely something that can go wrong when it comes to drinking and driving. Another bad thing that happens if you get in a drinking and driving accident is your insurance rates will shoot up, especially if you receive a DUI or a DWI, your insurance rates will skyrocket. On top of that, the legal costs of a DUI and DWI are not cheap. It costs a whole lot of money to pay those and to have to go to court for them, and then you're going to have to do community service on top of that. It's not an easy process to go through. And on top of that, you have to pay for the accident, so if you're the one who is drunk driving, then you have to pay for the other person's car that you wrecked or whatever it might be. The damages are on you. On top of that, once you get a DUI or DWI, your license is automatically suspended for a year, at least, if it's your first offense. And after that offense, it just keeps going up and you can lose your license forever. Now, a lot of people don't realize how many times people drink and drive before they actually get caught. Studies show that the average person who, before they get their first ticket, they have driven drunk 80 times without getting caught. So it's definitely something that happens way too often. Many people say it's okay to drink and drive as long as you're careful, but we really need to show society that it's not okay to drink and drive no matter what the circumstances are. Another really big effect that drinking and driving will cause on your life is if you do receive a DUI or DWI, that's a felony. Now, when you have a felony on your record, it's hard to get jobs or to keep the job that you have. Many businesses have too much respect from the outside world to be able to continue paying someone who has a felony on their record. At this point, it doesn't really matter if you have a master's in your degree or a bachelor's in your degree. Once you have a felony on your record, it's hard for a company to hire you. After that, having trouble getting a job, it's also a big effect if you go to prison. Now, going to prison has a lot of effects on the normal person's life. Many times they're going to be harassed, bullied. They're going to go into somewhat of a depression. They're not going to be used to not having clothes or soap or good food to eat. It's something that's very life-changing on a person. Mental instability is a really big effect that drunk driving can have. If you get in an accident where you injure someone or even worse, cost someone's life, the rest of your life you'll probably have trouble keeping yourself mentally stable. Many people who are causes of drunk driving accidents fall into depression, they have anxiety problems, and they live with guilt every single day. And that's a guilt that will never go away. It's a burden on your heart that you can never get rid of. The biggest thing that can go wrong with drunk driving is killing yourself or killing someone else. Really, that's something that it's life-changing. If you are to kill yourself after a drunk driving accident, your family will never be able to look at themselves the same again, knowing if they were there, knowing they let you get behind a wheel of a car and try to operate it after having drinks, or your friends or whoever it might have been that was there. Drunk driving is really a problem that has to stop. Every day, 28 fellow Americans die from a drunk driving accident, and drunk driving is highest amongst 21 through 25-year-olds. So that's our generation. Our generation really has to do a better job at holding ourselves to a higher standard and knowing that no matter what the situation is, drunk driving is not okay. I really hope you take to heart everything I've said today. Thank you.